Right. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing today?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. So Melissa is another student that I have, worked with during our 10-day intensive workshop. So Melissa just shared with me that she wants to feminize her voice. Melissa, have you ever worked on your voice before?
No, I haven't worked on my voice previously.
Okay. And then with your voice, have you ever been misgendered?
No.
Okay, all right. And the reason why I ask is because I think your voice already sounds very feminine, but clearly you're here, so there's still things that you want to work on. So can you share with us what are some things that maybe you want to continue to improve?
I think pronunciation and resonance is the most two key factors I want to improve upon.
Okay, all right. So, I I just want to let you know that your voice already sounds very passing. And I think that many people, if they have your voice, they would be so happy. So, but this also shows us that sometimes just because you have a passing voice doesn't mean that you are happy with the voice. So it's okay to continue want to, to want to continue working on the voice. Okay, so let's talk about what is making your voice already very feminine. We can hear that your voice has a softer kind of a texture to it. And then also your inflection is quite feminine. And then I want you to speak a little bit so that we can kind of hear. Essentially, the way that your pitch moves, it has ups and downs, and it's very like, kind of like very kind of like cursive and up, like this. Whereas a
Soft.
masculine inflection
Yes,
will be,
soft wavy instead of harsh, being
yeah,
direct.
linear, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So you see, even just when you say yeah, like that. So these are the things that is working. So these are things that we're not going to work on that much. Now your resonance, although maybe not as bright as some other feminine speakers, but because you're doing so well in the other, kind of department, you sound really good. So this means that even though there are three elements to feminizing the voice, right? A softer texture, a bright resonance, and then a feminine inflection. We don't have to do all three. If you just do well enough on two, or maybe just one, sometimes that is already enough, right? So hopefully this kind of encourages a lot of the people who are watching that, okay, it's not about perfection. It's about doing enough. But let's work on it, because why not aim for perfection when if you want to, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of singing so that I can get a sense of, the functionally where is your voice at? And then when we're doing the testing, I do actually, if you can, certain moments you may have to be a little bit more masculine just to see if that side of the voice is present. Yeah?
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand. No worries at all.
Yeah, okay. So let's start here. We're gonna start with pitch matching. We're gonna start with a ya.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes, very good.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good. Now, does it still feel comfortable on this pitch?
I mean, yeah, it does.
Okay, we're gonna continue going lower. But okay, so now this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. So the masculine voice is there. So it's not that okay, cool. Now, I'm just curious. Have you ever spoken using that voice?
I do. I do in work environments.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm just curious
Uh-huh.
if you have to speak using a masculine voice. I want to hear what that sounds like. Can you say
I
like,
mean, I don't consider it as a masculine. I just consider it as a deeper voice per se. But
okay,
let me
let
let me
yeah,
try.
yeah.
Well, hello. This is my quote unquote masculine voice. I don't know what much more that I can tell you.
Okay, all right. To me, that still sounds very feminine. Yeah, yeah. Maybe yeah, a low, definite, maybe like a little
Yeah,
like but that still sounds feminine. So I
yeah.
think yeah. So definitely for you, sounding masculine, I don't think is ever something that you ever need to worry about. Yeah. Okay, so now let's do this. I want to test your ability to go stronger or the chest voice, see if it's
Uh-huh.
present. Can you do this? Ah, ah,
Ah, ah, ah.
ah. Okay, let's go a little bit lower and let's see what happens.
Uh-huh.
Ah, ah,
Ah, ah, ah.
ah. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna go a little higher. Ah,
Ah, ah, ah.
ah, ah. Okay, all right. So let's just do one more. Can you do ooh?
Can you do it again?
It's just ooh like that.
Ooh.
Yes, very good. Okay. Usually I would do a little bit more kind of to get the sense, but since we're working on one very specific skill, I just needed to hear whether you have access to your chest voice. And then what we hear is that the chest voice is struggling to come out a little bit. Like for example, when I ask you to do the strong sound,
Mm-hmm.
it's strong, but not as strong. And when we can hear that when you do that kind of sound, it's lacking a little bit that brightness, right?
Yeah.
So these two elements, they're associated together. If you want to be bright, it has the chest voice has to come out a little bit because that's literally what chest voice sounds like. So I just want to try it one more time. Now that you understand exactly what I'm listening for, which is a strong,
Mm-hmm.
loud volume, can you really go for it? Like that.
Ah,
Okay, cool. Better, but
ah,
not
ah.
quite.
Uh-huh.
So let's work on it. Resonance, a little review from what we learned in our workshop. It is the space and size of the oral cavity, so your throat and your mouth. When you are speaking, your mouth and your oral cavity is moving. So you can understand resonance as maybe your pronunciation, or you can think of it as the position and size of your throat, whichever works for you. Now, let me show you a video of kind of what resonance look like. So this video is a MRI scan of a person doing beatbox, and then you can kind of see how things are moving. So give me a second. Let me pull it up. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right, so we see how the here is the tongue. The tongue
Mm-hmm.
is moving, the lips are moving, the jaw is moving. This is the larynx, the things that we all talk about. This is what we call the soft palate, and this is the the back of the wall. I forgot exactly what the name is, but we don't have to know the name. But you see how, when this person is beatboxing, see everything is just moving, moving, moving. So resonance is the space. And as the tongue, lips, jaw, everything is moving, the space is changing. So when the space is changing, the resonance is changing. Now the tongue, as you can see, was a major player when it comes to that. So let's test your ability to move your tongue. I want you to just say ya, ya, ya.
Do I have to do the tongue movement as
Yes.
well?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you do it? Can you try doing
You
it
know
again?
what? Just say ya, 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 and then let's see what the tongue does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you see, then your tongue moves. You see how this really, the way you think about how you do it changes things? If I just tell
Yeah.
you to move the tongue, you're like, how do you do it? But then you just speak it. It's moving, right? So now put your finger on your chin, and then you're gonna say, ya, ya, ya.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Very good. Now, yeah, yesterday I was on Reddit, on the trans voice of Reddit, and then I saw someone, they were asking like, uh, I don't understand why vocal coaches keep telling me change my vowel. How is vowel going to change my resonance? Well, when your mouth move, you are changing your resonance. However, the degree to how you move your mouth changes the degree of your resonance. So I want you to do it one more time. You keep your jaw stable and notice how your tongue is moving. Ya, ya, ya.
Y- Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. The jaw
Yeah,
wants to
it's
move. Yes, yeah. Now, what we know that resonance change happens here. It is the
mm-hmm.
root of the tongue moving here. That's what makes the resonance truly transform. So as you do that, I want you to really get a sense of the root of the tongue. Ya, ya, ya.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, very good. Now can you say ya and get the tongue to lift up?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. And then, in fact, if you listen to it very, very closely, you would hear the brightness coming out. Yai, like that. Give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
I
hear
do
there's a little
hear
bit?
I do hear more breathiness, a more air in the voice.
Oh,
Breathing, yeah.
okay. I did not hear that. Can you do that one more time? Let me hear it.
Yeah. It's more
Yeah,
breathy per se.
I did not hear breathiness.
I
So,
don't know, I can feel it.
well, here's the thing. That's why feeling it is very different from hearing it. And that's the thing about, I would say, working on the voice through sensation, because,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, your voice got stronger. Can you do it one more time? And let's hear if the voice got stronger or not. Try one more time.
Do I have to put my
Yes,
feet?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, the reason why I want you to put it here is because I don't
Uh-huh.
want you to do this. Ya, yi. I don't want the jaw to be the one that is getting the tongue. I want the tongue to be the one. So it's all about isolating and having the
Mm-hmm.
tongue move. Yes, we can hear that the voice actually got stronger. If a voice is getting stronger, air cannot move past more because your vocal folds is vibrating, like tighter and it's the thicker, right, without going too much into the anatomy. So just logically, that's why it's not getting breathy. But this is why I would say this is the biggest challenge when it comes to working on the voice on your own. There's so much physical sensation, and the sensation is valid, but sensation doesn't mean it's the truth. So it's always a little bit easier to have like a second ear to help you evaluate. Okay, anyway, that E is great. We can hear that the brightness comes out. So now we just need to apply that E to other words. So like, can you do this? Can you do? Oh,
Just a second, please. Yeah. Okay. So I is
and then eh.
I see. I
It's
can't
all
do it.
yeah.
I
Okay, cool, cool, cool. That time you did get breathy. So that
yeah.
time it did get breathy. And as a result, your voice didn't get as bright. And the reason why is because simply think of it this way. You did this. I. The root of the tongue didn't
Mm-hmm.
actually. I. That's the difference. One way to help you is to make the E a little bit louder. I. Give it a try.
I
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah. As you got a little bit louder, and then it got a little bit brighter. So this tells us that when it comes to working on the resonance, it is not just about the position of your tongue, your larynx, your lips, your jaw. Yes, there is a component to it, but ultimately it is about making sure that the chest voice is also present. You cannot have a bright resonance without the chest voice coming in just a little bit. You know, things have to be aligned. So try one more time. And go strong.
I, I,
Yeah, that was really good. And that was not breathy. That was not breathy. So now can you do the next is we go to the next vowel after the E. And the goal is that when you go to the next vowel, you kind of produce it in the space of the E. So can you do I oh an all vowel.
I,
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. That's kind of the idea. Yeah, that's it. Very good. Let's do ah, e, u.
okay, I see. Uh-huh.
Mm.
I,
Yeah, that's it. Very good. Now, you notice how what you did not do is this, which is really good that you didn't do this. You didn't do this. I, ooh, ooh, right? You didn't do
yeah,
that. You modified your pronunciation. That's very good. Now, for now, it might sound a little awkward, and it is awkward. I'm not trying to say like, oh, this sounds
yeah,
amazing, but you know, step by step, right? So you do the first step, you get the muscles, you understand the mechanism, and then slowly, slowly, you kind of start to figure out, okay, what are the muscles that does work? What are the muscles that don't need to work? Step by step. All right, so we're gonna jump to the next stage, right? I know that this is the first time you're working on this, but we're gonna move on to the next stage, which is let's do it on a word. So we're gonna skip the ah, we're gonna go right into the
mm-hmm.
e. But still, still want you to put your finger here because I want that jaw to open. So I don't want the e to be like this. E. I want the e. This forces your tongue to lift up, and then you're gonna say, that is amazing. Let's see. So that is amazing. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Okay, a lot more difficult, right? Because it's
Yeah,
like the tongue is moving and everything. So that will be the challenge. So I would say that for you, the first thing, a technical exercise to do is tongue mobility. Any sort of movement will be great, like this. We've done that before. You can either like, you know, kind of move your tongue like this, or any sort of movement that helps you kind of get a sense of the mobility of the tongue. The better you are in commanding the root of your tongue, the better you will be at changing your resonance. So this is a foundational exercise that's going to help you. The next will be doing the I, really making sure that you can activate the chest voice. And just understand that for you, brightness is challenging. Not necessarily because you don't have mobility, you can move your tongue. Actually you're doing very well compared to most of my students with the way that you move your tongue. However, the challenge is we're lacking that little bit of chest voice participation. So that's really what is making it more challenging. Yeah. But no matter what, whether you work on the brightest or not, your voice sounds amazing. So I think you should be very happy about where your voice is at. So at the just a few more minutes, do you have any questions about anything that
no,
we
I
went
do
over?
not.
Okay. How about any questions that you have had before that maybe our one of our viewers have, or about your voice? If not, that's okay too. Maybe I just explained everything very clearly.
I mean, people do tell I do have a feminine voice, but I can't hear it.
Ah, okay. Do you ever record yourself speaking?
Yeah,
And you just don't hear it?
no.
That is very common. In fact, I have to say, I think most people in the trans voice Reddit are in this category. They will upload their voice and they all sound amazing. Like, and it's like, but they're like, oh, I'm not sure. I think that you just have to, I think, a few questions you need to ask. Is it important for you to hear your voice feminine?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it is it more important for you to know that other people perceive your voice as being feminine?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's more important than you sounding feminine, hearing yourself being feminine. Is that
I
correct?
mean, both is important, but second is more, is in higher level, I guess.
Okay. So you have achieved the second level, so
Uh-huh.
congrats, right? So now it's just the secondary goal. Now, to be quite honest, yes, I can see why you hear your voice as not as feminine as you would like because of the resonance. You do have if I have to describe your voice, I would say it's a lower feminine voice. So maybe that is just not what you want. So we can work on that. We can make it brighter. We can make the pitch a little higher. We can do it and change it in whichever way that works for you. And I would say this is the difference between maybe how I work versus how other people work. So how other people work, they get you to sound feminine and they be like, okay, you're done. But for me, I want to make sure that you are happy. So if you're not happy, then we'll work on it. So yeah, so brightness will be the key to making you achieve that. And you will be able to feel feminine. Yeah. All right. Well, that's such a great question because I think a lot of people have that self-doubt. So, but trust me, you do sound feminine. So, and then yeah, you should be very happy with your voice.
Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. So, well, thank you so much for this, and I really appreciate you having the courage to, to do this and show everybody because the voice lesson process is very vulnerable. So, I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best of luck with yeah, with
Thank
your
you too. Bye
voice.
bye.